We no longer have to hold to a Sabbath as the Jews did. Yes, we observe the Lord's Day, and yes, we worship. But it's okay to eat at a restaurant on a Sunday, or even go to church and then go to work afterwards.
I used to read the 10 Commandments, and for some reason, I'd read the first commandment, second commandment, third commandment, fifth commandment, sixth commandment, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like the fourth commandment, I went past it. I couldn't see it. It was staring at me right in the eyes. I had questions from my own students. Hey, John, what about Sabbath? I said, well, that's what the Jews used to do.
When we first came into Torah, our friends would say, Shabbat Shalom. And we'd be like, why are these?
They'll say, hey, Mishpakan, Yeshua, Brit Hadashah, Teshuvah, Yehoshua,
Talit,
Yahshua,
Kavana,
Tzitzit,
Hamashiach. I didn't even know what Shabbat Shalom meant, and then eventually they tell me, oh, okay, Shabbat Shalom.
But when you learn the meanings of words, then you really enjoy.
Yeah, when you start understanding what they mean, then you grab a hold of it,
Now, there were some traps. We got caught up in some traditions. And these traditions, I remember one specific tradition is how you enter into the Sabbath day, and the wife putting on the shawl and lighting the candles and praying the prayers. And I brought that home to my wife, and she says, I'm not doing that. She says, I am not doing that. I don't see that. That doesn't even look right. It is like, where's that at in the Bible? That's what she's asking. Where is that at in the Bible? And that's the rationale of my wife. It's like, okay, if we're going to do it, you're going to have to be able to show me that in the Bible. If you can show it to me in the Bible, then I can get with it. And I couldn't find that. And so when tradition trumps Bible, tradition has to go. And those are some of the traps. I mean, there's several traps that we had to navigate through.
The type of protein that we find in shellfish, it's called tropomyosin. And basically, the tropomyosin is somewhat similar to proteins that are in roaches and dust mites. And our body, when it feels threatened, is going to create an immune response to that. 6 million Americans have a food allergy to shellfish, and it's the #1 food allergy that puts people in the hospital.
In Acts 10, when Peter saw the sheet coming down, he saw all the creeping things and all kinds of four-footed animals kill and eat. God was being very confusing there if God wasn't literally saying that you can eat these things. You either take him at his word or you don't.
Peter had a vision. Then Peter decoded the vision for us twice. He says, ye know that it is an unlawful thing for a man that is a Jew to keep company or to come unto one of another nation. But God hath showed me that I should not call any man common or unclean. And if you think about his vision, the sheet came down 3 times, 3 guys showed up at his door. This is his interpretation of the vision. Culturally, the Jews and the Gentiles weren't eating around each other. That's not mandated in the Torah. For the first time, Gentiles are getting filled with the Spirit in this story with this vision, and we're making it about a ham sandwich.
Well, there you have it, people. That is The Way documentary. It's good stuff. Do I agree with everything 100%? I couldn't tell you anything man-made that I agree with 100%. But I totally get and understand and appreciate the heart. God is a good father. His laws and his rules that he made for us are for us, not against us. He's the ultimate husband. His Sabbaths and feasts, they're like date nights for us. His feasts are like daddy dates with his children. It's good stuff. And we've been brainwashed and taught by the mainstream machine, which we'll probably cover in another video. But we've been trained and taught that these things are bad, that they're Jewish, that they're otherly and to stay away from because we're trying to work our way to heaven or something of that sort. So to me, it's all bait from the devil, from the enemy. He's not going to stand by as we enhance our relationship with our Father. So I encourage anyone watching and listening to this to look into it for yourself. 119 has this motto about test everything. 119 Ministries, that is. And I encourage you to do that. Test it. Fill it out for yourself. Start from ground zero and walk forward as if you had never been taught anything. And then see where you end up. There was a lot more I wanted to show you from the video, but I don't want to give away too much, and I'd like you to come to your own conclusions. If you have any questions or comments about what you did see, be sure to post them below in the comments section. This is D.L. Dunnaville with Spiritual Food for Thought for today. Be blessed.